Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Techxandar. Today we are doing something special. This right here is the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra, and not just any version. This is the 1TB model with 16GB of RAM, the absolute top spec you can get on this phone. I have been looking forward to this one for a while, and today we are going through the full unboxing. Everything that comes in the box, a first look at the device itself and some initial impressions of the phone, a full detailed review with performance, cameras, battery life and everything else will come in a separate video. So make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss that one. But for now, let's open this thing up. Let's go. Alright, starting with the box. Samsung keeps it very clean and minimal here. The front has the Galaxy S26 Ultra silhouette printed on it, the Samsung branding, and that is pretty much it. No flashy colors, no big marketing claims on the outside, just a clean, premium-looking box. One thing worth pointing out, this box is made from 100% recycled paper. Samsung has been pushing their sustainability angle for a few years now, with eco-friendly packaging, and the S26 Ultra continues that. Let's lift the lid. And the first thing you see when you open it is the phone itself, face down, very clean presentation. Let's take everything out one by one. First out of the box, the star of the show, the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. And straight away, this thing looks and feels premium. The build is armor aluminum on the frame, and the back is Gorilla Glass Victus 2. It feels solid and refined in the hand. On the back you can see the quad camera setup, 4 lenses all lined up cleanly. We have a 200 megapixel main camera, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50 megapixel 5x periscope telephoto. That camera system is going to get its own deep dive in the full review. And down here at the bottom, this is something specific to the Ultra. You can see the S Pen slot, and if I slide it out, there it is. The S Pen is built right into the phone and it color matches the device. It comes pre-inserted from the factory. The S Pen is included with every Galaxy Ultra, and it is one of the defining features of this lineup. We will look at what it can do in the full review. The display on this thing is a 6.9-inch QHD plus dynamic AMOLED panel at 120 Hz with up to 2600 nits of peak brightness. And one completely new feature on the S26 Ultra, it has the world's first built-in hardware privacy display. That means you can activate a mode that narrows the viewing angle so people next to you on a train or in a coffee shop cannot see your screen. That is a genuinely useful feature, and we will test it properly in part 2. First impressions of the phone itself. It is thinner and lighter than you might expect for a phone this size. Samsung managed to bring it down to 7.9mm thick and 214 grams, which for a 6.9-inch flagship is impressive. It sits well in the hand and the aluminum frame feels grippy and secure. Next item out of the box, the USB-C to USB-C data and charging cable. Now here is something Samsung gets a lot of questions about. There is no wall charger included in the box. Samsung removed the charging brick starting with the Galaxy S21 back in 2021, and they have not put it back since. So if you are upgrading from an older phone and you do not have a compatible charger, you will need to buy one separately. For the S26 Ultra, you want a charger that supports 60-watt USB power delivery to get the fastest charging speeds. Samsung sells their own 60-watt adapter separately, or you can use any compatible third-party charger. The cable itself that comes in the box is a 3-amp USB-C cable. It will handle charging and data transfer. Build quality looks solid, nothing flimsy about it. Next up, the SIM ejector pin. Small metal tool for opening the SIM tray when you need to insert or swap your SIM card. Standard inclusion. Nothing exciting here. Though as you guys know from my EDC video, I carry a titanium SIM pin on my keychain at all times, so I personally never need the one that comes in the box, but it is good that it is there. Worth noting, the Galaxy S26 Ultra takes a nano SIM and there is no micro SD card slot, so the storage you buy is the storage you get, which is exactly why I went with the 1TB model. 1TB of internal storage, 16GB of RAM, no compromises. And lastly, the paperwork. A quick start guide covering basic setup steps, safety information, and regulatory documentation. Standard stuff. Most people will not read through all of this, but it is there if you need it. Worth keeping the warranty information somewhere safe in case you ever need to make a claim on a phone at this price point. So that is everything in the box. Now, let me give you a quick first look at the phone itself before we wrap up. Because part 2 is going to be the full detailed review, but I want to give you some initial impressions here. Powering it on, and that display is immediately impressive. The colors are vivid, the blacks are deep, and at this size and resolution, it is just a really nice panel to look at. The 120Hz refresh rate makes everything feel incredibly smooth right from the start. The phone runs Android 16 with Samsung's One UI 8.5 on top. Samsung promises 7 years of OS updates and 7 years of security patches for the S26 Ultra, which means this phone is supported until around 2033. That is a strong commitment and a big reason to invest in a Samsung flagship. Quick look at the camera app, and you can already see how many options there are. Multiple zoom levels, multiple modes, all the Samsung Pro features. We are going to go through all of that properly in part 2, and a quick look at the S Pen in action, writing on the screen, navigating, taking notes. The S Pen experience on Samsung Ultra phones is something that sets them apart from every other Android flagship. Very natural feeling, low latency, and it works across the whole OS build quality overall. Holding this phone, it feels exactly like what it costs. The aluminum frame, the glass back, the thin profile, the weight distribution, everything feels considered and premium. This is a proper flagship. And that is the full unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra 1TB. To quickly recap everything that came in the box, the Galaxy S26 Ultra with the S Pen pre-installed, a USB-C to USB-C cable, a SIM ejector pin, and the paperwork. That is it. Minimal box, maximum phone. No charger, no earbuds, no case. All of that is sold separately. Something to keep in mind if you're planning to pick one up. First impressions are very strong. The display is stunning, the build feels premium, and the specs on the 1TB 16GB RAM model are genuinely flagship level. I am excited to test this thing properly. Part 2, the full review, is coming soon. We will go deep on the cameras, the battery, the performance, the S Pen, the privacy display, and everything else. Make sure you are subscribed and have notifications on so you do not miss it. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. It helps the channel a lot. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.